right? So it's an up and down process. If we were to be diagnosed medically, you know what we'd be called? Like bipolar schizophrenic. Like we go up and down, up and down. But what do professionals do? We keep even keeled. Amateurs, they ride a roller coaster. Professionals, they stay even keeled, locked and loaded. Because when, you know, basketball, sport's been crazy the last couple of years, right?
That's right.
Man, LeBron, Kobe, any of these players, when it's game time, it's go time. They don't care about emotion. Doesn't matter who says no. Doesn't matter who is hating on them, right? All they know is that they have a mission. They're gonna do it, whatever it takes, right? So again, develop the right mental attitude. SW. Some will, some won't. So what? So who's next? You gotta have that mindset always. If you talk to 10 people and they all said no, do you have more people to talk to?
Yep.
If you talk to 100 people and 100 people said no, you still got more people to talk to?
Yep.
You put all your effort and sweat and tears. You talk to 1,000 people. They all said no. You still got people to talk to?
Yep.
How about we throw a rock in the middle of the street? First person that walks near that rock, we talk to him. There's 6 million people in Houston. You get what I'm saying? Always have that mindset. Why? Because some will, some won't. So what? So who's next? And 6 will. And that's your way to get SVP. So have long-term thinking. A lot of people, we always want to microwave things like, you know, fast ramen, right? We get pissed off if McDonald's takes more than like a minute or two to get the meal out. We're like, what's taking so long, right? Again, success is crock-potted, it's not microwave, right? So again, you got to have that long-term vision and never quit. Pray you never quit. Man, it's crazy. People don't fail in this business, they just quit before they see success. They quit 3 feet away from gold. That's exactly what was told in that story. Someone had a backyard, they had gold, they were mining, and they thought they were out of gold, and they, did some more digging and realized, oh, there's no more, so they sold the lot for pennies on the dollar, pennies on the lot. Wow. Guess what? Someone came in, someone did some more research, they dug in deeper, and he was literally like 3 feet away from gold, and that ended up being the greatest gold mine in California. Isn't that crazy? So you always just got to keep persistent, always keep going, and you got to have desire, like we said. You got to have all these traits. You can't have one without the other, right? You gotta have all of it. Desire, right? You gotta have desire. You gotta be like white hot burn desire, right? You gotta have work ethic. Yeah. Every single person that sees success, it has to do with work ethic. When Pritham made a decision, he moved like 30 plus points, even though he was in the business for about a month. He actually made the decision to work it probably within the last 7 to 10 days. So did it take them 30, 35 days to hit ETL, or was it after a decision he did it within a couple days? That's the best part about this business. You have 2 start dates in this business. When you sign the dotted lines to become IBO, and when you start the business and make a decision like, I'm doing this, I'm taking this to the top, I'm milking this business and compensation plan for all that it's got. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta have that work ethic, don't be afraid of work and commitment, and you gotta be 100% committed. And I don't mean committed like, oh my God, you got, you get rid of your kids, you quit school, quit your job, you say goodbye, husband, wife for 1 or 2 years, I'll be back. Not like that type of commitment. I'm talking about when you're doing the business, you're like committed. I mean, I'm still working on the New Year resolutions with getting fit and stuff, But is it more effective? Oh, we got a gymnast here, gold in the Olympics, right? What's more effective? Working out for 4 hours 7 days a week, eating well, but then taking off and going on a 3-week break and just doing whatever, and then going on another 7-day working out 3 hours a day eating? Or is it more effective if you worked out 1 hour a day, 3-4 times a week, every week, consistently being consistent? What's more effective again will get you results. So in this business, you don't have to put in 20, 30, 40, 50 hours. You want to break TC and break records and cash out and make multiple 5 figures within a couple of weeks or a couple months time, like people in fastest record, someone went Team 20 or 21 days. And someone's gonna break that record here in Houston. I already see it. I know it. But it's gonna take grind. But even if you spend 5-10 hours a week doing it, just do 5-10 hours a week and commit to doing ACN when you're doing ACN, right? And so, again, commitment, keep a positive attitude, and that's the greatest thing about this business. Again, you have enthusiasm, urgency. You gotta have coachability, and every time we do this business on a daily, whether it's you just getting started in the business, welcome to the team if you just got started, even if you're 30 days, 60 days, even if you're a year into the business, we always have 2 sides of our head, right? We always got the good wolf and the bad wolf, right? We got the good wolf saying, oh my gosh, yeah, great opportunity, you can make it happen. We got the bad wolf saying, you've never done this before, you've never been successful, it's not gonna happen. You got the good wolf saying, the good side saying, hey, you know what? Everyone needs to use these services. We got 6 million households. Each household has at least 5-6 services, counting multiple 6-figure small businesses, right, that have multiple services. There's so much opportunity versus the bad wolf that's thinking, well, everyone already has a service. What's the use of marketing the product? So there's always going to be a good wolf and the bad wolf. And my mentor always said, he asked me, hey, which wolf wins if they were to go into battle? The wolf that you feed the most, right? So you always got to keep that positive attitude, have enthusiasm and urgency in everything that you do, because we're not getting any younger. Every day we're moving, we're getting closer, you get what I'm saying? So we got to take action now. And coachability is so important too. Because I know we have professionals here, we have people that are very successful, we have people that are 18, 19 years old. Isn't that awesome? We have all walks of life, every demographic, there is no border, right? There's nothing like that. But it's all about being coachable to your mentor, because I just saw it like this. If I listen to what my mentor said, like Mr. Kim or Mr. Michael Lon or Mr. Danny Bay, I'll do what they do, listen to what they have to say, and say what they say because I want to have then I'll get what they get. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If I was getting fitness advice, I'll listen to Willie Powell, and I'll listen to and stick with that fitness plan until I get either fit as or fitter, and then I'll create my own system and do my own thing, right? But until then, I'll follow the system that's been proven, that works, and that's all about just going executive trainer, which we're going to touch on real quick. So again, toxic dream stealers, big thing here. Biggest enemy that you have is 6 inches between your 2 ears, right? Because we're constantly recycling what didn't work out in the past. You've never done this before, but you always got to this event is a rebirth. You know what I'm saying? It's a renaissance. You got to wake up, right? You got to, just like I talked about the bad wolf, you got a good wolf and bad wolf. You got to feed your mind and make sure that you're not talking yourself out of opportunity, because people do it all the time, right? How many of you know people that try to quit things?
Yeah.
Or try to diet and then they quit within 2 weeks. Yeah. And that's because, having a diet, they didn't have a reason why to stay on that diet plan and make it worth it, right? So you got to have that touch reserve, make sure you don't talk yourself out. Close your friends and family, your influence. You'll be surprised. Sometimes you think your closest friends and your family would be your best supporters, or your cheerleaders, they end up being the most negative people.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I always wonder why. And then it made sense. Who was the one doing personal development on a daily? Who was the one going to events? Who was the one that was striving for more? Who was the one that wanted to get out of the box, right? It's all of us here. So if they're not going on that same journey, same route, we can't get mad at them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Would you get mad if a blind man ran into you? No, it wasn't his fault. So some people have sight, but they have no vision, and we can't get mad at that. A lot of times we got to go out there and have the courage to do the job first. We got to go out there and be the leader, see success, and then they can see that they can make it happen too. Does that make sense? So it's not just about you, and the money. Obviously, we make a lot of money together, but it's about what you can do for your friends and family, because people are desperately looking for an opportunity, financially, spiritually, personally, professionally, in every way. But you got to come out. Sometimes you got to go out there and step out and do it first. Does that make sense? So again, understand that those are some of the biggest toxic dream stealers. You can overcome this, you'll become successful, right? Zero-sum game, win or lose every day. Am I progressing or am I falling backwards, right? And so personal development comes before the fortune. That's what my mentor always shared with me when he got into my car. I was listening to I like hip hop and all the good stuff, and that's great. But then he said, hey, he put in a CD, and it was a guy named Jim Rohn, and all of a sudden it was just like some weird sounding guy. He was like, for things to change, you have to change. In order for you to get better, you've got to get better. I was like, what the heck is this, right? So it just sounded weird. If I had people sitting in my car, they'd be like, what is that, right? And I was like, why do I gotta listen to this? It's like, Anthony, you're where you're at today because of the decisions you've made up to this point. You broke because you've been thinking broke, because of what you put in your mind. You gotta be listening to success. If you're not where you wanna be, financially, successfully, whatever, then you gotta change. You gotta do something different, right? So I started listening. He said, listen to it until you make 6 figures. I'll listen to it and make 6 figures. He said, listen to it until you make $1 million a year. So I'm listening to it right now, right? And so that's the best part about this business. Every day, do 30 to 60 minutes personal development. I usually just kick the morning off doing that, right? So again, I'm gonna blaze through this too, the compensation plan. Obviously, you have the mindset. We're all like, we're all ready? We're all ready? Yeah. We all came here to get paid, right? We all came here to get paid. So compensation, again, only earn when customers are acquired. And so learn it, it'll motivate you. Teach it, it'll motivate your team. So it's great to learn it yourself. Give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a meal for that day. But teach a man how to fish, he'll learn how to feed himself for life. So all we're doing, we're just fishers of men. We're showing them there's just a better way, right? Yeah. So have that mindset. And personal residual income, up to 10% of personal residual income, right? So again, just like Preetham, he got personally 40 plus points. I know we have a lot of individuals here that got like 40, 50, 60, 100 points, right? So just know that every service we connect, 10% of the bills. Where else can we get that? Where else can we have personal residual income, unlimited? Like you could say infinite income potential for $4.99. The cost of like a shoe. Like one of y'all ladies, Christian Louboutin shoes, like probably a fourth of a shoe. You can own a business that's in 25 countries, right? Does it make sense? So again, bottom line is you want to get your 60 plus points. The launch packet has all the information, but it unlocks full 10% personal, and as you build your team, you'll unlock full percentage on the entire organization. So you want to do that. Don't leave any money on the table. Overriding residual income, we talked about this during the presentation, but we earn a fourth all the way to 8%, and once you go on the higher levels, it goes infinite residual income, right? So again, all we're doing is so simple, okay? We get customers, and we find customer getters. That's pretty much it. We want to find people that want to save money, help with cause like feeding project kids, or we want to find people that want to make money and save project feeding kids at the same time. That's all we're doing. We're sorting. Does it make sense? We're just sorting, professional sorters. So again, total customers, again, this is just a hypothetical example. Overriding 5,000 customers. Our group was able to do that within like our first year. People have done it much, much faster. You know, some people take a little bit longer, but at the end of the day, at least you're getting paid a little percentage of every customer. And the bonuses, as you're building a residual income, because a lot of companies, maybe they pay great up front, but there's no true residual income, right? Like I've had friends try juices, lotions, potions, products, and they're great companies, great products. But at the end of the day, how many of us, when times are tough, will let go of the luxury item versus the energy or the cell phone bill, right? So it's true residual income. That's why we are attracting every walk of life. That's why everybody's saying it just makes too much sense. At the same time, we also pay high, very, very lucrative upfront bonuses. First step, simple, hit qualified team trainer. We mentioned it already, but 3 services, and you can get in your own household. You can get qualified team trainer like right now. If you just got started, you can get 3 services in your own household. Do you know that? Yeah. You can get a business assistant. You get a flash wireless. The Sprint plan is $59.99, and we're going to go over that in customer acquisition. Then you get energy under a different, under maybe another person's name in the household. That's qualified team trainer. Wow. Yes. Like, do you understand how crazy that is? Yes. You understand how difficult it was when we first started? Yeah. You understand how many outside customers we had to get? That's true. You understand 10, 15 years ago, AT&T had to get like 20 landline home phone customers, like 20 households offering one service, and the bill's like less than $10. And people were still able to make multi-millions annually from home phones. That's work ethic. Yeah. What we doing, we're not working. We chilling and goofing, but we making money. If we work, wow. Okay, executive team trainer, all you do is help 2 people do the same. You get a couple services, can you tag 2 people to do it? We did it since we were in recess in elementary school. Tag you it. That's it. That's it. They get qualified, get their own services, boom. Executive team trainer, 2, and the bonus we have is $500 for having to start this month. So get that done as soon as you can. You can literally have a goal to do it within your first 24 hours. Why not? Right? Let's create a culture and a story where this market, this team right here, creates so many success stories so fast that we be busting out the scene. Georgia Brown Convention Center because of so many promotions, right? Yes. Executive team leader is the next position. And that's actually 40 points. I thought I updated that, but it's 40 customer points for executive team leader. I didn't mean to do that, but I'm glad I it wasn't edited. It was 75 customer points, like earlier this year. Right now it's 40. 40 personal points, or tag 2 people to go executive team trainer each. And every person you help go executive, you get $250 upfront bonus as well, as many times as you want. You help 2 ETTs a week. That's 2,000 just in upfront bonuses, right? Does that make sense, right? So again, executive team leader, great part-time position. Team coordinator is the goal. We call that too cool for school, right? Some students be making more than their professors, and they're thinking, man, why am I still learning from you guys, right? I'm joking. Stay in school, right? Stay in school. But team coordinator, that's where all it is just helping a lot of people go executive team trainer. If there's one thing you want to write down, it's 5-5-5. Yes. That should be the main thing. 5-5-5. Okay? Yes. 5 points, 3 services, tag 2. 5-5-5. Boom. You get executive team trainer. You get a couple more services. That's $500 September bonus just in the ETT upfront bonus. Not counting every person that promotes ETT in your team, you get an extra $250. Does it make sense? Yes. So all you gotta do is just 5-5-5, right? So again, Team coordinator just means you've helped a lot of people. When I was team coordinator, you know, this is just a little example. You help 20 people get started. Not even 20 people go qualified team trainer or executive team trainer. Just 20 people getting started, getting a couple services. A $6,000 in bonuses. You help one person a day, how much is that? At least 9,000 in bonuses, not counting the 250 ETT bonuses. So it's at least a little under 15K as a team coordinator. You just help a person a day. Does that make sense? Yes. Right? So again, you can max the comp plan, right? People are doing 20, 30, 40,000 a month. Obviously, income disclaimer, it's gonna take a lot of work and most people don't do it. But even if you got to 6,000 a month as a team coordinator, part-time around what you currently do, if you have a business or already successful in corporate, is that okay? Right? So regional director, when I was at TC, I was like, man, how do I get to regional director? I asked my mentor, and he said, hey, just promote some more ATTs and I'll show you how. So I promoted some more ATTs, boom, hit regional director. And my next thing, I asked him, hey, how do I go RVP? How do I go regional vice president? He's like, promote some more ATTs and I'll teach you how. So right now, I'm trying to promote some more ATTs, you know what I mean? Damn, right? So regional director, great position, increased residuals, more cabs, we get expense pay retreats, ACN takes care of us. And again, regional vice president, SVP, that means you beat the game. You know what I mean? I used to like to play games online, PS4, Xbox. We beat the game, nothing happens. There's no streamers flying out. There's no one cheering you on. It's just like, yay, next game. In this business, you just go from QTT to SVP. You beat the game, minimum. Okay, no hiccup. Dude, you're just set. Let's just say that. You're just set, okay? Financially, every way, right? So again, all we got to do, just know, and the best part is, we all started exactly where you are at. We started all as team trainer. If you've never done ACN, you're on the right track, because everyone that's done ACN and seen success, they've never done ACN before. So you're in good position, right? So other than that, that's compensation plan. Bottom line is just keeping it simple, 5-5-5, and run for that $2,000 bonus just by going executive team leader, right? And your mentor will share you a little bit more about that. But other than that, I'm excited for everyone here. I want to bring up an individual who's a master of customer acquisition. She's dominated in customers, helped so many people see success as well. So let's bring up and give a round of applause and actually stand up for team coordinator, Miss Anna Kwong.
All right, now everyone's still standing. Let's take a really quick, let's stretch our arms up. Woo, everyone let out a woo! Oh, man. I'm just playing with y'all. Appreciate it, guys. But I'm excited to be able to go over customer. But before I do, let's give a huge round of applause back to Mr. Anthony Kwong for killing it in mindset, killing it in comp plan. But yeah, my story, my background is prior to ACN, I was a college student, a broke college student. I was 21 years old. I was going to UTSA. And when the crazy thing is, I was actually working 2 different jobs when I was at ACN. Drowning college loan debt. I had a single mom that I was looking to take care of. And so when I got started, I used to drive 3.5 hours just to get the training you guys are getting today, right? No excuses, nothing. I wake up like at 5 in the morning to get this knowledge. And because of these trainings in the system, going to the huge international events, I've never had a job since the age of 21 years old. I'm 26 today, and I've been able to go out there and build this business to be able to take care of my family. It's pretty crazy, right?
No.
And the main thing is because of customers and team building. So Mr. Kwong went over a compensation plan, which is the vehicle of ACN. But we can all agree, if you have a Ferrari, a sexy freaking Ferrari, like my favorite color is hot pink, but if there's no gas in the car, is the car gonna go anywhere? No, so it's the same thing in ACN. Yes, if you got started, perfect, you got the vehicle, but you need to get the gas to get the vehicle moving to take you to point A to point B, and that's what customers is. So I'm gonna jump right into this. And it's gonna be very simple. There's a lot of services that come with ACN. It's a freaking buffet of services. So we offer everything from digital phone, internet, everything that you see. There's a point value. You'll learn all of this in your back office, but the things I want you guys to focus on, write it down in your journal, is flash wireless and energy, okay? No. So I'll go over exactly what that is. And your goal is with your first 24 hours, you wanna get qualified. So the reason why, same thing that Mr. Kwong went over, only way you can get paid is if you're minimum qualified. So you want to get that done today. And your first 24 hours, you can actually get that done in your 2 hours. Your 30-day goal is 60 points, 2 to 3 month goal, 100 points. This is all you guys need to know is eat at it chunk by chunk, right? So make a goal. Hey, every day I'm gonna get a customer a day. I'm gonna get a couple customers a day. Knock it out. And your customer sources is first yourself. So here's the reason why. If you guys opened up a BMW dealership, how weird would it be if you drove a Mercedes? It'd be kind of weird, right? Are you guys awake? Yeah? It would be weird. So if you think about it logically, the main thing for me, because I started as a college student, I had no business experience. So I had to shift my mindset from employee to business owner. And my mentor taught me that, hey, Anna, if you opened up a utilities business, a cell phone business, wouldn't it make sense for you to become your own cell phone customer? Right? If you're going out there offering these services, if you don't AC in your life, do you think people would want to do business with you? It's an integrity issue. Does it make sense? So when I got started, I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I'm going to switch over everything from my energy, from my internet, from my cell phone, to my home phone, everything. And because I was able to do that, the reason why it taught me how to do it. Right? It's the same thing if you wanted to learn to swim, you can't learn it through a book. I could teach you guys customers, but the real way you're gonna learn is when you switch over your own services yourself, so you can have the confidence to go out there to help your family and friends. Make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Right. The next thing is you also want to set a good example. So that's one thing that if you're here, even if this is not your first training, if you've been here for a little bit, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, I want you guys to have the vision that you're getting started in ACN, not just to be an independent business owner. I want you guys to have the vision that you're gonna be a leader, that you're gonna be able to have teams of people, hundreds and thousands of people. So you gotta start and realize that it starts with you first. So you wanna set the example. What you do, your team is gonna duplicate, okay? And so most customers buy emotionally, not logically. And this is the hardest thing I had to go through because I'm Asian, or I know my hair's blonde, but I'm Asian. And when I started, I was like, no. You don't get it, Mr. Sunny Kim. My family and friends, they're Chinese. We don't do anything emotional. We want to know everything about the numbers. My parents, my family, my aunts, my uncles, they want to know how much I can save them, okay? And what happened for me was that I went out there and I tried to do it my own way. So I actually saw a story. I actually went to my aunt and I told her, I was like, hey, auntie, I just started this business and I'm a utilities expert. I can save you on your energy bill. I got you, right? And because I led with savings, my aunt was like, all right, perfect, let's do it. She actually, true story, she pulled out the calculator, okay? She pulled out the calculator and literally after going through all the numbers, because I became complicated, my aunt became complicated. And after 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, even though I was able to save her money, my aunt was like, you know what? This is too complicated. I'm good. I'm gonna stick with Reliant. And I remember when that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, like what the heck? But then when I went to these trainings and I realized and I learned that they buy emotionally, I went back and led with my why, which I'll go over, okay? And the reason why is because people feel good about supporting a cause. So I'll continue the story in a little bit. Just know this. Have you guys ever seen the Girl Scout cookies?
Yeah.
Right? Have you guys ever noticed that they sell their Girl Scout cookies in front of like Walmart, in front of Randall's, right?
Thin Mints.
Yeah, exactly, the Thin Mints. Have you ever thought about what they do? They are selling their Girl Scout cookies outside a business that can offer cookies that are cheaper, they can also taste better. But why do we buy Girl Scout cookies? Right? Why? Because we're supporting a cause. We're helping them grow, right? It's the same thing when it comes to our customers. And this is the money script, is favor, help, try. So going back to my story, when I went back to my aunt and I went back with this script, I literally, when I went back, I'll go back in a little bit, my bad. Categories really quick. Everyone that you share the script with and you talk to your family and friends, they fall in one of 3 categories. So red apples, 10% of your friends and family are gonna be immediately, if you ask them, hey, auntie, can you do me a huge favor? Yes, what do you need, right? 80% of people, which is majority of people, if you ask them, hey, can you do me a favor? They're gonna be asking you, yeah, sure, it depends. What is it? What do I need to do? They're gonna ask questions, and that's totally cool. Answer their question and go back to the reason why, okay? And 10% of the people, if you ask them, hey, can you do me a favor? They're gonna say no, okay? If they say no, just hang up, move on, be like, okay, thank you, talk to you later, bye, okay? So when we realize this, we realize that everyone is just a numbers game. We don't have to get emotional. We're going out there to build this business. And that's one thing that I can let you guys know and share with you guys. When you focus on the reason why you're doing the business, same thing that Mr. Kwong went over, for me, it was to help out my single mom. I was sick and tired of seeing her go to work. I was sick and tired of seeing her, you know, wake up when she didn't want to go to work. So when I was doing this, even when people were asking questions, even when people said, no, I don't want to be your customer, it was fine because their no, whatever they're gonna say is not gonna help me retire my mom. Okay, so when you're going out there getting customers, have that bulletproof mindset to be able to go there. So this is the money script, okay? Take a picture, you'll have it in a lunch packet. But I want everyone, I'm gonna certify you guys real quick. I'm gonna count to 3 and I want everyone to read this with me, okay? But when you read it, I'm gonna just give you a couple tips, right? When you say, do you have a minute, can you do me a huge personal favor? On this part where it says huge personal favor, I want you guys to freaking get into it. Like I want you guys to get your face into it, get your emotion into it, and say, can you guys do me a huge personal favor? And then you're gonna pause, okay? In this pause, this is where your family and friends will identify what color they are. If they're red apple, they're gonna say, yes, what do I need to do? If they're green apple, they're gonna say, well, it depends. If they're a rotten apple, they're gonna say, nah, I'm good. Okay, and then you're gonna go on with the script. So I'm gonna count to 3, everyone participate and read it with me, and I'm gonna certify you guys to make millions with customers, right? 1, 2, 3. Do you have a minute? Can you do me a huge personal favor? Right? Yeah, sure. What do I need to do? I'm about to qualify for promotion with a company I represent that offers residential and business services like electricity and phone services, and all I need to get is a few more customers by midnight tonight. If I can offer you a service that you're already using has the same or better quality, would you do me a huge personal favor? Help me out and give this service a try. It would mean a lot to me. Simple, right?
Yes.
Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are certified. So focus on this script and it works. So I'll go back to the story, right? So when I first went to my aunt, she said no. And I was honestly really down because she was someone that was like a mom to me. When I realized this, I went back to my aunt and I was honest. That's why I love ACN is we teach honesty. I went back to my aunt and I was like, hey, auntie, as you know, I told her my why. As you know, auntie, mama's been working for a long time. I have a lot of student loan debt. I actually just started in a thing. I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor. I went through it. I need a promotion. I need a couple more customers. Can you help me? Can you do me a favor? Do you guys want to know what my aunt said? Yes. Sure, yes. Oh. Of course, anything to support you. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, dang, I wasted so much time the first time. When all you had to do is you just gotta be honest. Because can we all agree, we don't like being sold to. Right? When we're shopping at a mall or we're shopping somewhere, we're obviously going there to buy something. But when someone comes to me or comes to us, we take them off. So the same thing with your family and friends. Be honest with them. You're not calling them because you want to save them money. Let's be real. Let's empower yourselves and be honest. Why are you guys going out there to help your family and friends with utilities? It's because you want to be financially free. You want to be able to go help your parents. You want to go out there and help your spouse. You want to go out there and create a future for your kids. So be real with it. Because if you were really going there for savings, every single time we get a milk coupon, every single time you see like a sale, you will hit them up. Right? So be honest. Your family and friends will be, they'll appreciate why you're doing so, okay? So this is our online store. I freaking love it. It is streamlined. It is such a sexy website. You guys have no idea. We keep saying you could do it on your smartphone because everything is on there. Literally Amazon for utilities. 25 different countries. When you go in the country, people in Mexico. I know Mr. Ray Hewitt's out there expanding in Mexico. It'll actually bring up the services we offer in that country, change in their language, and it'll actually convert into dollars. So how sick would it be for you to get paid on global currency, translate it back into USD into your account, and you're here in Houston, Texas, and you've never been there, right? So the next thing is power your home. Go out there. There's a promotion this month where if you go out there and get 10 energy accounts, your energy is free. And you get $300 for being able to do so. So my philosophy is, hey, if it's on the table, don't take it for granted. Go out there and get your services for free. Get it out the way so you can focus on building, okay? Next thing is Flash Wireless, and this is our cell phone provider. And right here for Flash Wireless, this is why it's so powerful, is because we are revolutionizing telecom. We are the only company of our kind that is piggybacking off every big major network, from Sprint, the world's largest network, which is Verizon, right? T-Mobile, AT&T, all under one umbrella called Flash Wireless. So I'm telling you guys, next couple years, it's about to get crazy with our company, okay? And so what I actually want to do really quick is go through the storefront to show you guys how to acquire the customers. So one quick thing as Mr. Kwon pulls up the storefront is before you get energy, you want to get accredited. We have other services as well, but today we want to equip you guys so you guys are confident enough to go out there and get your free cell phone, get your free electricity. And as it's pulling up, I actually want to bring up really quickly to the front for a testimonial, Mr. Diddley. So bring him up to the front really quick. Let's give him a huge round of applause. So really quick, 10 to 15 second testimonial, because this gentleman has been getting customers through social media, through his cell phone. So I just want you to give a quick testimonial about that.
No, guys, I didn't know I was coming up here. So, getting customers is pretty easy. I do that on my smartphone and all the time. I use like 2 special apps that I love, which is OfferUps, and also I use Facebook all the time and 5 Miles. So, you know, everybody is on there on OfferUp, they selling. Everybody up there posting about whatever they have going on. So I find a way, I said, you know what, let me change the game and try services. And when I start services, and OfferUp got a great system because you can use as many zip codes you want and target a lot of area. So when I wake up in the morning, like 6 in the morning, and I just lay on my bed and just keep posting, and then every time click, customers.
And so really quickly, how many services do you have?
Oh, right now I have like 40 services.
40 services.
Yeah.
Right? And also, can you share with everyone your partner's story about the home securities and all other services?
Yeah, and I have one of my partners too. He did pretty great, and he actually I showed him how to do it. And
how many home securities?
Oh, he sell like on like close to 40.
40.
40 home securities. Yeah, and then it's pretty easy. Just keep posting. It's a number game.
Just talk to everybody.
Yeah. Talk to everybody, and pretty much that's it.
So we're gonna actually pull up the storefront. And I know Mr. Kwon said 555, but right now we are on a leadership drive to make sure to promote the fastest team coordinator. So I know it's 555, but I want everyone to shift your mindset to 777. Okay, because everyone getting your first business assistant 2 points, right? You switch over your own cell phone. Right now there's a promotion for it being 4 points, and your electricity 1 point. So 777, because that will be able to get your services first knocked out so you can get your cell phone and energy for free. So if you don't have your flash cell phone, I'm gonna actually teach you guys really quick how to do so. So this is your storefront. Go down to your state. Down to Texas, Tejas, and then you go ahead and go on Flash Wireless.
Yes.
Once you're in Flash Wireless, you're gonna go ahead and click on Shop Now. Can you guys see this is literally online shopping?
Yeah.
Okay? Then you're gonna be able to pick your carrier. So if you are with T-Mobile, the fastest LTE network, you're gonna click on Learn More. If you're actually on the largest, most reliable network, which is Verizon's, you're gonna go into the green. And then which one do you guys think yellow is?
Sprint.
Sprint, right? So if you're currently, for example, we're gonna go with Sprint. If you're currently with Sprint, you click on Sprint, then you're gonna go ahead and click check coverage. And this is where you're gonna put your zip code. So you can make sure that it's available for your area. Once you put in the zip code, you click submit. Coverage is confirmed. Then you're gonna scroll down and you're gonna go ahead and, you're gonna go ahead and click your plan. Bring your own device, whichever one, so shop your plan. Single line. So here we have single line and we have family line. So if you're currently, we're gonna keep it simple because family line is the same thing. If you have one line, you're gonna go ahead and go single line. Right now, you pick your plan. The craziest one right now is $59.99 unlimited everything. You're gonna go ahead and click.
Do you have AT&T? Do you have AT&T?
So we'll teach that in a customer training, but that brings over to the purple network, okay? So once you go here, you're gonna go ahead and click on bring your own device if you have your Sprint device. So once you click there, you're gonna put your MEID or MEI, which is gonna be in your settings. If you're with Apple, all you have to do is you gotta dial *#06#. So if you have Apple, pull out your phone really quick. I'll show you guys really quick. If you have Apple, pull it out, and dial *#06#.